The next type of teachers that we must learn to utilize are those who are very good at teaching but are poor in relating to the students. Many of the students tend to write off such teachers because they are not friendly and they are up. However, it shouldn't diminish the fact that they know their subject matters thoroughly, even much better than those who are student centric. Teaching experts are content experts mostly, so they will have a very well developed blue brain or skill quadrant. They love their subject. Consequently, they will be focusing their teachings on facts and skills, formula, principles, and so on. They'll be using a lot of terminology and jargon. They will be referencing the current explanation that they are providing now to the earlier ones. They are just assuming that the students are as smart as them, as well as passionate as them. However, students are neither that smart nor that passionate. In order to make best use of such teachers, you should first listen them up without interrupting. Chip in some praise and then try to ask some questions. They will love to explain. However, you must accept the fact that they might be irritated when you do not know certain things that they teach in the flow. They would not be able to identify which particular skills or facts you do not know that is preventing you from understanding what he's currently teaching. This is mainly because he is a blue quadrant person and he cannot see the whole subject himself. He sees the trees but not the forest. That is the main reason he's a teacher of that particular subject, because he likes to roam around that forest rather than see it from the top. So do not force them to show you the big picture and explain to you how it is related to the daily life, because they will not have a clue. They hate to be asked the application of that particular subject, so don't go there. With these people, just stick to the subject matter and the textbooks to know about how they relate to our daily lives, that is, those subjects taught by teaching experts. You would have to either check it out on YouTube or find a non teaching expert in that subject who is involved in its application. It could be an engineer or a practicing doctor or a financier or even an entrepreneur. Bridging the two extreme type of experts is very difficult, but you must understand that mastering any subjects can take a lifetime. In my own personal life, the things that I was taught in school and college became relevant with real life relations only after 20 years and some even 30 years later on. I just stumbled on an information and realized that it related to a particular subject that I had studied in class 8 or 7. Of course, now that I made this connection between what I experienced in real life and the actual fact that I had learned in higher secondary school, I am able to deliver it as a teaching to the students. But it's very difficult to find people like me who are able to connect dots across 3 decades. However, what is certain is that if I hadn't used that above strategy of dealing with the teaching experts and just taking what they can give me and not pester them too much with questions that they have no inkling on, I wouldn't have been able to connect the dots after 20 to 30 years. I would have lacked the skills and the facts. Then what I had observed wouldn't make any significant mark in my brain because there is nothing to resonate with. We wish that everything that we are taught could be related immediately to our daily lives, but it's not possible. You must understand that most of the course in school and colleges are like push-ups. When we train for a football match or swimming or even motor car racing. What I mean is that the push-ups are necessary as well as going to the gym, but they are not directly used in the sport itself. Those physical exercises help in the process of winning the football match, or to swim faster, or to have the endurance while driving in the Formula One race. Similarly, all the things that we learn in school and college don't directly translate into functionality in our daily lives. However, they help us increase our mental capacity, especially that of the blue quadrant or the skill quadrant. That evolved skill quadrant will help us in every aspect of our lives later on. It helps us in our jobs and even in our businesses. This is because we are able to understand various terms, express ideas, think logically and critically, make calculations, and all this adds up to a successful life. The chance of success is higher in this way if we have a more developed blue quadrant or skill quadrant than if we did not have one. So in order to utilize a teaching expert, you must understand what I just told you, and don't expect more from that teacher. The other type of teacher is the one who has a very good relationship with the students. Now, this teacher can be problematic because he will basically bullshit his way into the course. That is because he's so good at entertaining the students with jokes and anecdotes. This might get so overdone that even a purely blue quadrant or skill quadrant student might not be able to understand that subject itself. The others have no chance. And when you have such a teacher, most likely you will start being confused about the subject. You like the teacher, but you have no clue about the subject. And then it feels like you are being disloyal when you question and challenge the teacher because he's so friendly and popular. And that's the mistake that students do. If a teacher is too friendly, then he's hiding the fact that he doesn't like his particular subject and even the job of teaching so much. So, in order to utilize such a person, you must try to ask pertinent questions and follow up on those questions the next day. To maintain his popularity, he'll go home and do some research and bring you the answers, which he is very capable of. So, the idea is to extract information from him, even though it feels odd because he's so friendly. Try to get as much from him, of course, but you can stretch the elastic only to the elastic limit before it ruptures. Have alternate sources of learning the subject, like other teachers, or YouTube, or reference books. You can't depend on such a teacher. As I told you, you can just push him to this elastic limit of his. So you have already seen that teachers come in such wide varieties. On one hand, there is this awkward, unfriendly teacher who is the master of his subject. On the other hand, there is this jazzy, friendly teacher who knows very little about his subject. Both of them are paid equally to be in the classroom. They have the same expectations put upon them. Unfortunately, both of them will have similar outcomes because the students don't know how to utilize them. However, by using the techniques that I've just outlined to you, you can recognize them and use those tricks on them to make the best of what the school or college administration has put on you and your class. This section is also for teachers. As a teacher, you must understand that you fall in the continuum of those two extremes. I know you don't want to accept the fact that you are either or such a teacher, but we all are. We may start as a teaching expert at the beginning and develop student-friendly behavior later on. That would make us great teachers. On the other hand, we might start as a very likable teacher and slowly develop our mastery of the subject over the years. It's very rare that any student will be able to experience the perfect teacher that blends teaching expertise and student relation expertise with a new teacher fresh out of college or uni. But over the years, teachers should learn to improve their weakness side, be it in the teaching or the student relation side. As a teacher who is new on the job, I suggest you that you come upfront with the students, tell them that you're not the best, and you expect the students to challenge you and ask you questions. In this way, over the years, you will improve your subject expertise. The wise thing to do is at least to be likable and student centric at the beginning. On the other hand, if you are new on the job but you are a topper in your studies, tell the students that you know your subject matter, but you are a bit awkward and you might appear arrogant, impatient, and irritable, but it's not what it seems like. Help the students to confront you when you are being stubborn and assuming that they know. Help the students give you feedback on your teaching methods and how to be more approachable. In this way, you will develop the student centric qualities. Overall, every teacher must aim to master both sides of the continuum, that is, both the teaching and the student-centric sites. It might take a decade or 2 decades, but that's your aim as a teacher. The improvement is incremental. With every period that you teach, you should improve on both aspects of the teaching process. You can become a superstar teacher eventually. I have laid out the plan for you now in this section.